TIFU by using a leaf blower on my kids, by user Physione06. I have twin 3yo boys, and they're very active and silly. Well, the other day, I was doing some yard work and using my leaf blower to clear away some grass and dirt. Naturally they're infatuated, so I use the leaf blower on them, and they love it. Started chasing them around the neighborhood with the leaf blower pretending they were leaves. Good ol' wholesome father-son fun, right? Well, naturally now they want me to use the leaf blower on them all the time. No biggie, it's a fun game and I like playing with my electric leaf blower. Only now it's everywhere, including places where I don't have my leaf blower, so instead I have to pretend to blow them away like I'm blowing out a candle. Still fine. All day for the last 3 days it's been, "Dad, can you blow me away?" Very cute stuff. Well, this morning we're at Target and the kids are getting a tad squirrely. They wanted to go to the park, and I said we can go after we finish up here. They're dancing around the aisles being toddlers. Then my son comes up to me in the main aisle, and in his biggest toddler yell shouts, "Dada, can you blow me?" Q5 people turning around to look at me and my kid. You'd think by now I'd be immune to toddler-based embarrassment, but nah. So me, in my quietest voice, face feeling redder than a Macintosh apple, respond, "Buddy," inside voice. "Do you mean you want me to blow you away?" Son 1, yes. Blow me, blow me. Excited toddler jumping. Son 2, yeah, blow me too, dada. Me, boys, inside voices, please. You mean blow you away, right? How do you ask for that? Sons, please may you blow us away? I blew them away and they go dancing off like leaves. The others who were watching snicker and giggle. One of the other guys nearby gives me a knowing smirk that clearly said, "Been there." Proceed to finish the quickest Target run of my life. TLDR using a leaf blower on my kids leads them to yell at me to blow them in public. TIFU by showering at the wrong time, by user gloomy_phase_3628. This was a few months ago. It was my day off and the only thing I had to do was pick my girlfriend up from work at 9 p.m. Other than that, I was free to loaf on the couch from morning to night, which is what I did. Around 8 o'clock, I decided to shower before I left the house. Now, I have short hair that dries pretty quickly, but I am deeply vain about it, so I always dry it with the hairdryer right after I shower to ensure my hair doesn't get flat and weird. I never skip this step. So, I get out of the shower, start drying my hair. And then I wake up in bed. It's half an hour later. I feel like garbage, my entire body mysteriously hurts, and I am slowly realizing that I don't remember exiting the bathroom. My only clear thought is, oh shit, it's 9 o'clock. I have to pick up my girlfriend. Better shake myself awake. I dragged my aching carcass back to the bathroom, and this was when I noticed the massive blisters forming all over my hand. I was still pretty out of it, but I knew that this was a hospital visit kind of burn. My girlfriend then called to check in because I was running late and, despite my undoubtedly convincing argument that I was still perfectly fine to drive, she immediately knew something was wrong. She cabbed home and we got a ride to the ER. Turns out, I had my first ever seizure. It seems like during the seizure, I clenched the hairdryer in my fist and had it pointed at my other hand long enough to thoroughly cook it. The tissue loss is pretty deep in some areas and there was concerns about me retaining my mobility, but it's been healing well so far. If I had showered at any other time, I probably would have been reclining on a soft surface when I seized. Instead, it had to happen while doing the only possibly risky activity I could muster up the energy for that day, aside from picking my girlfriend up. Thank Christ I wasn't driving. In the end, we spent 10 hours in the ER between all the scans and tests. I was bedridden for almost a month, my license was suspended, and I'll have some gnarly scars for the rest of my life. TLDR, spent the whole day in the safest possible position to have a seizure. Had a seizure during the 5 minutes it takes to dry my hair, resulting in severe burns. TIFU, ripping ass on an airplane, by user Ciromito182. So I'm on this overnight flight, and nature calls. I get up to pee and head to the bathroom, but there's a line in the aisle. A person starts coming back down the aisle who just used the bathroom, so I do the polite thing and turn sideways to let them pass. Big mistake. As I turned to let them pass, I accidentally let one slip and ripped one of the loudest, most unapologetic farts of my life, right into the face of the poor guy sleeping in the aisle seat behind me. Like, directly. No buffer. Maximum impact. Luckily he and the rest of the row had AirPods in and were fully knocked out, but this guy in the direct line of fire was mouth wide open, but no reaction. My guardian angel blessed me. I hope he didn't wake up with a foul taste in his mouth and doesn't get pink eye. TLDR, got up to pee on a flight, turned sideways to let people pass, and accidentally ripped a massive fart right in a sleeping guy's face. Thankfully, he had AirPods in and didn't wake up. TIFU by taking a drug test like I was still in the military, by user submarine radio. So this happened today, and I still can't stop cringing. I had to take a pre-employment drug test for a new job. No big deal, I've done dozens of these during my time in the military. If you know, you know, the military way is full send, no shame, pants and undies around the knees, standing there like you're about to get hazed, while some poor soul stares directly at your junk to verify you're not faking it. Anyway, I show up to the testing facility, sign in, get called back, and the guy hands me the cup and leads me to the bathroom. I just go into autopilot mode. Drop true, pull down my underwear, start doing my thing, totally exposed. That's when I hear the guy's voice through the door. Sir? I don't have to watch you pee. I just have to stand outside the stall. Cue me realizing I am full on pants down in a civilian bathroom like I'm back in basic training, even though no one is watching. Just standing there, exposed for absolutely no reason, like an idiot. I quickly finished, cleaned up what little pride I had left, and shuffled out of the bathroom like a dog that knocked over a vase. The guy didn't say anything afterward, but I swear he had that look in his eyes like he'd just witnessed something both confusing and mildly traumatic. So yeah. TIFU by forgetting I'm not in the military anymore, and accidentally giving a solo performance in the drug test bathroom. TLDR, did a drug test like I was still in the military. Dropped my pants fully expecting an observer, but turns out civilians don't need to see the stream. Now a random guy at a clinic knows way too much about me. TIFU by accidentally rejecting a girl and only realizing it 1 hour later, by user regular rice 2844. A few hours ago I was waiting for the bus when a group of young people sat down near me. Right after the two girls sat down, one of them being full of smiles, the guy from the group came over to me and, in a really friendly way, said, "Hey, my friend thinks you're cute and wants your Instagram." As a guy, it's literally the first time anything like that has ever happened to me, so I was caught off guard and in a pretty uneasy situation. Plus I'm a nerd bro, I don't even have Insta. So I tell him honestly, I don't have Insta, man. Then, to make it clear, I turn to the girl and say, yeah, I don't have Insta. And she immediately answers with disappointment and annoyance. Nobody wants your Insta anyway. In my head I'm like, alright, the guy was trolling me and she's clearly not interested. But then the guy insists a bit, even pulls out a piece of paper and tells me I can just write my Insta down for her. At that point I think, okay, he's making fun of me. So I just tell him, I'm not interested. He simply replies, no problem, bro. And goes back to the girls. I left right after, but on my way home I kept thinking, why was the guy so respectful and insistent if this was just a joke? Then it hit me, an hour later, after a female friend had to explain it to me. He was genuinely being her wingman, and the girl just got her ego hurt because I rejected her twice, once by telling her friend, and then again by telling her directly. God, please grant me basic social skills. TLDR, social skills are so bad I thought I was being burned in public by a girl, while I accidentally rejected her twice without noticing it. Edit, wow, this post blew up a little bit and I'm not used to that since I usually just ghost Reddit, but big thank you for the answers. To clarify a few things, the girl was pretty young, maybe 18 to 19 years old, while I'm 23 years old. That must explain why she shifted from full of smiles to annoyed and disappointed when she interpreted my behavior as a reject. I honestly don't blame her, she's still young, but I still find the situation funny and I think I could have read the room better.